let me view it so I could extend it. Okay, got it. There we go. See, there we go. And extend this. Okay, Miss Jani. Now, do you pronounce it Jani?
Johnny. Johnny, it sounds like the boy, Jani.
Okay,
Johnny.
cool. Because it was funny when Shanard was like, "Yeah, one of my ringers is Johnny." I said, "You don't know," and I'm thinking he's talking about a dude. And I was like, "Huh?" He's like, "No, Johnny, the lady." I said, "Oh, okay, cool." Wow.
I get that all my life. I've been getting that. So
Wow. Well, it's a pleasure to have an opportunity to interview you this morning. And again, congratulations on being one of the newest UIGI ring earners. It's a big deal.
it's a big deal. It's a big deal. I'm very excited about it. Thank you. Thank you so much for the interview. Thank you so much for the opportunity. I mean, I think you've set up something really special, really important. So I'm excited to be a part of it.
Thank you. I look forward to meeting you and your husband in Cancun in the next couple of days.
We have a hot date. We have a
Yes.
hot date. It's coming soon, Friday. I am looking forward to it. Have my
Yeah.
white already ready.
Oh yeah, the white event is gonna be real nice. It's gonna be cool. It's gonna be cool. So let's go and get started because I'm sure there are people who definitely want to know about you. So many people have been looking at the interviews and they're just delighted about the quality of folks that we had as part of UIGI. It's just amazing to be in this environment. And so for those who are watching, you know, Rabu Gary here with Jani Danica White. That's it, right?
Nope. Way off.
Okay.
Johnny Decena. Johnny Decena White. Decena White.
Jacina White. Okay, bingo. Jacina. I will not permit, I will not say that wrong again. Okay. And so Miss Johnny's here. And she's again one of UIGI's newest ring earners. So Johnny, a little bit about your background. What do you do? Married, kids, all that good stuff, profession. Go for it.
Okay. I am a Latina, Boricua, Dominicana.
Okay.
I am married to an amazing guy. We're having our 30th anniversary, August
Wow.
30th this year. He is amazing. I love him to death. We have 3 babies who are not babies. They are full grown adults, but they will always be my babies. Very creative, awesome kids. And I'm an educator. I've been in academia for 30 years. As a matter of fact, I started teaching the day after I got married. I was hired a couple of weeks before my wedding back in 1992. So I've been teaching for the past 30 years. In the English and Humanities department, I teach public speaking, writing, literature. I believe more than anything, I have become and really fascinated about being an advocate for women's voices. Wonderful. For women to have the ability to speak up, to not be afraid, to get their needs met, to really advocate for the raise, for the promotion, to negotiate salaries, and to really just strive for more. I think that as women, we need to be unafraid. We need to be bolder. So it really is one of the things that I'm very interested in. I'm interested in everybody having multiple streams of income, especially women. Again, I'm an advocate for women's empowerment. And this UIGI Social Club really falls right in line with it also. So
wow, that's
a little tip about me.
No, that's great. That's great. And I agree with you 110%. You know, I'm a girl dad, as well as, you know, I was raised, there was always a man in my home, whether it's my dad, my stepdad, my grandfather. But my mom, you know, I'm a boy, and, you know, mothers hold a special place in all young men's hearts. And as you are, she's the same. She's a major advocate for women on every aspect. And she's a therapist, you know, by trade, retired. And so what you're saying is what I've lived, you know, so, and it's important, it's extremely important. And so I applaud you, you know, anything that UIGI can do to help, you know, any efforts to help empower women, we're here. So, because we have more women in UIGI than men anyway.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
That's nice.
Yeah, okay. Women are smarter. Women are smarter. So
I was gonna say, why do you think that is? But okay, you got it. You got it.
yeah, that's just what it is. Wow. So wonderful. So UIGI, how did you find us? How did you get part of our, when I say our, I mean our organization?
Well, that's an interesting story. That was our beloved Shenard. He was really one of he was, I believe, the first of Philip's friends that I met 30 something years ago. And we've just stayed, we've just all stayed in contact. We've become very close. I love his wife. They're really awesome people. And we try to get together a few times a year. And I believe it must have been maybe September, October, that we had one of our dinners. And I didn't even notice it. And I'm surprised that I didn't, but it was that ring. It was that ring. Mr. Chenard is sitting there across from us at the steakhouse, and he has his ring. And Philip is like, well, what is this? What is this thing you're wearing? Like, I've never known him to kind of be gaudy or something. And the ring just felt like, whoa, this is a lot. What's happening there? And he was very, he's very cool.
Very low key.
Very low key and kind of modest about it. Oh yeah, it's just kind of a little something, I earned this as part of this group that I'm a part of. And, I've, Martine and I have, made some money in this group, and it's just been really awesome. And we went down to Florida and I got this ring. And then he just moved on. I'm like, excuse me, brother, where are you going with this conversation? Like, how did you move on? Like, what exactly does this mean? Tell me more, tell me more. And I have to tell you, I just started kind of harassing him. He says, oh, Martine's going to send you some things. I'll send you some information. And I believe probably by the next day, I was already calling him like, okay, tell me about this thing. I know you may be at work now, but we need to talk a little later. I'm not sure if it was the day after or a couple of days later. And then we met again, probably, I don't know, maybe about a month and a half or so afterwards. I guess I don't have it quite together, the dates, but soon after that we met again. We talked some more. I signed up for Daisy initially. I had no idea, what is this Daisy thing? What does it mean? You sign up, you put in this amount, you go 10 tiers, you have more earning power. I didn't get it, but it didn't matter. I'm really about kind of, learning as I go along. I am a lifelong learner. I'm a reader. I'm just interested in learning as much as possible and learning a little bit more about an additional possible stream of income. That was kind of right along our alley. And we trusted Chenard. We trusted Chenard. We trusted Martine. We've known them a long time. They're a part of our church. And we didn't believe that they would steer us wrong. So I didn't know what I was doing, but I invested anyway, and that's gone very nicely. So that was just November. So that's 6 months ago.
Wow.
That was November, and then nothing happened. And I'm of course expecting fireworks or something to happen immediately. But really, the name of the game, we're supposed to be patient, right? We're supposed to take it easy, and we did. And he told us about another one that started on. I think I enrolled for that like the last day of the year, IPC, the last day of the year. And, a couple of months later, I heard about the ring, probably in February or so. And it was a really tough time. My mother had just passed. I had been taking care of my mother for about 3 years. She had dementia. It was really, really hard. And we had a complicated relationship. So it just kind of felt like when I learned about it, I was just really so kind of down in the dumps. It was really tough, but it was so interesting to think about something else, to do something else. So then I just kind of dug in and just started reading and learning. I'm like, okay, I'm done crying. Let me go do something else. Let me kind of keep my brain busy. And then I decided, you know what, I'm just going to be a ring earner. I'm just going to do it. I'm going to do it. I'm going to invest in this, invest in that, invest in the next thing. I think I made a decision about 3 weeks before closing, before the last day that we needed to submit all of our papers. And I did it.
Wow.
It wasn't so hard. It was really, it was good for me. It gave me something else to focus on because I was really going through a tough time. So.
Wow. Oh, sorry to hear about the passing of your mother. And I understand grieving can be short periods, it could be long periods, it could be in and out, but I'm sure you'll be fine. Listening to you, I'm sure you'll be fine and your family will be fine.
Yes.
This is real good that I hear this because, we have a lot of people involved in the UIGI and it's fine, but they're strictly about, I want to make money on my money. And then there's some people get them because of the bonding in the relationships. And then in your instance, it was a good, necessary distraction,
Yes.
a good distraction for that matter. And so that's wonderful. That this environment and this group can help serve different things and provide different needs, and because you're set up for the ring, is diversification. What'll start to happen, especially now with the platforms that we have now, everything's A1. One of the owners of Bonanza will be in, I don't know if you've started with Bonanza yet, but he'll be in Mexico. He'll be speaking and everything, So, and one of the owners of Daisy will be in Mexico. And he'll be speaking. Yeah, so we're excited about that. It's good. UIGI is fun. Well, let me not say it's fun. Let me ask you a question. So how do you like the environment? The group. I know we switched pages recently, but that'll grow back up. So how are you liking the environment and the people?
I think that the environment is really very, very warm, very helpful. Andre Crump has been really wonderful. He really has responded to a lot of questions. Shenard, whatever he doesn't know, he'll figure it out. I really feel like I have somebody to go to if I have any issues. I love that when you go on the site, somebody asks a question and you'll have a few people responding to you. So it's almost like we're in this together and people are trying to support each other. I like the fact that I didn't have to worry about the integrity of it as much because of Shenard and because of Shenard's relationship with you and with the group. So it's been a wonderful thing. I believe that it really has it's going to have a long history of helping quite a few people. So I'm excited to see where it goes and what it does next. The platforms that were, rah, make a lot of money, quick, have their place and they're very exciting, but taking it slow and steady is really the way to go. It's really the way to do it a little bit more sustainably. So I'm glad that we are moving in that direction.
I agree with you 110%. Man, you see, I have no hair. I could grow hair, but with the ones that were moving too fast, felt like I was pulling my hair out every day. So yeah, we're glad now because we have a lot more media coverage now. With radio, we just did our celebrity softball game. We gave away another Mercedes, and that was on ESPN. So today we'll put that clip up. So we have to make sure that even though we're not an investment group, we're not, financial advisors, we're just a social club. We want to make sure that everything that we play with is sustainable to the best of our ability. So, and that's important. That's important. So that always leads me to this question. If you have a favorite, what might be your favorite phase?
Well, I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know. I think they all offer a little something. I did like a few that are not with us.
Right.
So I don't quite have a favorite right now.
Okay.
My favorite is that it is an opportunity to do more, right? I think that being stuck in the mindset that I have a great job, right, and I have a great career, right. I shouldn't say stuck, right? But that it isn't, I don't think it's enough. I think we need to do more, right? So we do investing in real estate, my husband does stocks, we do a bunch of other things, and this diversifying and following a few of these platforms is the way that it needs to go. I think that especially for women, as I stated earlier, so often we end up in situations that we don't want to end up in because we don't have the money to get away. We can't leave a bad relationship. We can't leave a bad job. We can't do so many things because we don't have additional income. And this is just an additional stream of income possibility. And everybody needs to try it. People need to stop being afraid.
I agree. It's interesting. One of my friends said something to me. He said, in a strong relationship, especially where both parties have access to resources, they're in that relationship because they want each other, not because they need each other.
Exactly.
And a lot of people, unfortunately, women in particular stick in relationships because they need to be there. But, when you're in relationships, because both of us are, while we're loving and we're nurturing to one another and everybody has their roles. So there's no my way or the highway type deal. But when you have your own resources, again, You're together because you want to be together, not because you need to be together.
Exactly.
So
As it should. So this is an additional opportunity is how I see it.
wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. So the 1/3 rule, how's that been working for you? Did it take you a while to implement it? Have you implemented it? There's no wrong answer or right answer.
It did take a while in the beginning, when you see the money growing, it's very exciting too. I'm like, okay, I put in $1,500. Like, so if I lose $1,500, I lose $1,500. And I know that's my privilege speaking. I know that that's not everybody's situation. So initially it was very easy to just kind of see the money grow and leave it like that and leave it there. But my dear friend Shenard was like, no, Johnny, no, you have to take it out. You have to take it out, take out a profit, take out a part of it. You're going to need to follow this 1/3 rule, the whole tax piece, take out some to leave some to as part of the reinvestment, take some out for your debt or just for your living expenses. I really liked being able to move the profit into a card that I was able to use to do my grocery shopping and to do
yeah.
That was very exciting. So initially I was resistant. I was like, it's okay. I'm willing to take the chance. Just let the money grow. It's okay. If I lose it, I lose it. That's the mindset. It's going to be okay. Right.
Okay.
Money comes. My belief is like money comes. Like if you believe it's going to come, money's going to come. So I'm not going to worry about this money. But he was insistent and I'm grateful. I'm grateful that, we didn't lose any and that we did make some money. And I was able to take out what I put in.
This is phenomenal. This is good. I love interviews, and they're all different, and everyone brings their different, personalities and things to the table. But this is pretty cool, and their own mission. And again, as I say for UIGI, and I'm sure I speak for everyone in UIGI, if there's ever any women empowerment organizations, for that matter, that we need to connect with, just let us know, because we're about everybody winning. And that's the bottom line, and I get a selfish pleasure of seeing people win. So, it's pretty cool for me because I didn't grow up with a silver spoon, and everyone around us, we won as far as morals and integrity and love and stuff, but not as far as money was concerned.
Yeah.
So now we're winning with some cash, which is pretty cool.
Yes,
now,
that's our vision also.
Yep. Now I know you saw Shenard's ring, but you'll soon have yours.
Yes.
It's
so big. I'm like, oh my gosh. I told my husband, I'm like, you're gonna have to wear it. You have to wear it. My dad also, before he passed, because he passed right before the pandemic. I feel like I had like six, seven things happen in the past couple of years. But before he passed, like he gave me his gold chain, right? Dominican, he would wear his hat, his guayabera, his big old gold chain with a giant medallion. I'm like, Papi, what am I going to do with this? Like, where do you want me to go walking around with this thing? I'm very grateful that my eldest son has kind of taken it on and he's okay walking around with the gold chain. But I kind of felt that way about the ring also. I'm like, this is big. This is very big.
Well, did you get a lady size one, or did you get one? You got it for your husband? Because you could have got.
I didn't know that there were different options.
Well, depending on the size, they're a little different. So yeah, just depending on the size. Because like there's some guys, like one of the guys, I think his ring size is 15. That's a big ring. Where I've seen some ring, like I have them all here. Actually, I don't know how I'm going to get them through customs, but it's a lot of them. Yeah.
Well, I'm a big girl, so I have long fingers.
Well,
so
look,
I'm thinking mine is a big one also, but it's okay. I'm gonna rock that ring. I'm gonna show it. So it'll be fine.
You'll be wonderful. I have a ring size here from 7 all the way up to 15. So
wow.
Yeah. So
I thought mine was the biggest.
No.
So I'm at 9. Sometimes I'm 8.5, 9. So I thought I'm gonna have the biggest ring there.
Wrong? No, ma'am. This is some folks with big fingers. But so wow, this is good. So here's a question for you. For anyone who's watching and they're inquiring, and this is always going to be a two-part question. They're inquiring about UIGI and or they're part of UIGI and they just got started. What would be some good words of wisdom that you give to them?
that if you do not have additional streams of income, you're doing yourself a disservice. You need to try something, right? That scared money doesn't make money, right? And we need to stop being the people that are always afraid. Everything's a scam. Everything's, scary. No, I'm not willing to try it. Try it, right? That extra money. I mean, you have people with their fancy bags, with their, very expensive clothing, going out to nice dinners, like save some of that. And even if it isn't such a nice dinner, fast food is expensive. Fast food is expensive. I'm
Right.
like, sometimes I'm like, you can go to a nice restaurant and get food for the same amount of money people are spending at Burger King or McDonald's. How do you spend 30, 40, 50 bucks at McDonald's a couple times a week, right? That's $100 you can invest somewhere else, right? And let it grow. Let your money work for you, right? We need to stop exchanging our hours for dollars. We really need to figure out how we can make money work for us, how we can make money work for us, how we can make money grow so that we can take care of ourselves. And getting older is something really, you don't want to be older and broke.
Right.
You don't want to be, right? You need to figure that out. And if you don't have some additional income, you need to just try something new. And this is something new. Try it. Try it with money that you're going to just spend somewhere else and see how it goes. And if it's not for you, it's not for you. That's okay, right? But we should all be trying to get some additional streams. And this is a possible additional stream of income.
Wonderful. I am glad that you and your husband are friends with Shinar and his wife, because like this is what we do, through is, and it's interesting. You saw the ring, but I'm sure he would have eventually said, hey, y'all need to check this out. And this is how we spread love, and we help our brothers and sisters, all around the world, or even our what do you call it? Our nuclear families, so to speak. We help them win, This is real darn cool, because it's one thing if you're going on trips and stuff with your husband and your family, but it's another thing, like we're about to go to Mexico, it's going to be hundreds of people there. You don't want to be that person or that little small type group where only you can go do things because you have ancillary income to play around with. Puffy said it. He said it recently in his acceptance award at the BET Awards. He said he wanted everybody to be living well on the same block.
Yeah.
And we can do that with UIGI. It might not be the most popular thing, to the powers that be, but we can do it with UIGI.
Yeah. Yeah, it's absolutely true. It's absolutely true. And as my mentor, who doesn't know that she's my mentor, Rachel Rogers, she wrote this amazing book, We Should All Be Millionaires. That's the title of her book. We should all be millionaires. We complain about the things that are happening in our society, that are happening against our people, that are in place to prevent us from growing, from earning more money, from expanding. And how do you fight those things? How do you lobby politicians? How do you make changes? How do you help the women that are impoverished in your neighborhood? How do you lift up your communities? You need more money to do it. Money doesn't solve all of your problems, but it does make life a little easier, and you're able to help others, right? You can help people less if you're the one needing help all of the time.
I agree 110%. Wow. Well, with that, this has been a remarkable interview. I so much appreciate you being available, because I know everybody's busy. For those who are watching, okay, I want you to reach out to Johnny if you're interested, especially if it's a young lady or older lady who's watching right now, and you may understand some of the pitfalls that women have to endure, just because of circumstances. You definitely want to reach out to Johnny. I'm sure you guys will click. And if you're that person who's looking for an additional stream of income, she knows her stuff. Okay, and so inbox her, reach out to her, let her know you're interested in UIGI, and you can become part of the family as well. And so, Johnny, I appreciate you a whole bunch.
Thank you. Thank you for making it happen at 11. It was a little bit of a struggle earlier. So this was a little easier. This is a little better. Thank you for arranging the time so that I could be here and be a little more relaxed than I would have been earlier.
Wonderful. Well, thank you. And I look forward to meeting Phil and seeing you in Mexico.
I look forward to it too. Thank you. I will see you soon.
Yes.
We have just a couple more days.
All right. Bye-bye.
Have a great day. Bye.